Anyway, right, so what to expect for this week crypto market outlook? And of course, is the bottom is in, or should we expect for another lower lows, right? And of course, we are going to expect another FOMC meeting later on, another 4 more hours, which is 2 a.m. in the morning, okay, where the Federal Reserve most likely to maintain the interest rate. So what to expect for the crypto market as well? Okay, will the price continue to tank, or should we see a slight recovery back towards the upside? Okay, or a relief rally? Okay, so nonetheless, we can see BTC is hovering somewhere around 83, 84K. Okay, then here we have this analyst, okay, mentioning that Bitcoin correction most likely to be over as BTC is consolidating, right, around 82,000. Okay, so again, like I said, because this consolidation is just short term, on the bigger time frame, they're still yet to show more data to confirm the bottom, only on the smaller time frame. Okay, so this is by Reg Capital. That's right. The recent pullback fits well within historical patterns and shouldn't alarm investors. Okay, and then if you look at the past historical data of all the previous bull run, 2017 and 2021. Okay, during the 2017 bull run, okay, you should expect Bitcoin to have a multiple pullback or correction, which will take the market somewhere around 34, 38, 40, and 30%. Okay, with the shallowest correction of 30% as of today. So far, we are witnessing somewhere around 28 to 30%, which is very, very normal. Okay, but on the monthly time frame for Bitcoin, it is still bullish. Okay, creating a higher low at the moment. So it is not bearish at the moment on the bigger time frame. Okay, because you can see a lot of people are calling out the bear market is here, and then we can see other indicators are mentioning that we are already at a peak, okay, to some extent where I think some expert analysts are turning their point of view from bullish to bearish. So later we'll share with you as well. Should we be concerned or not over the last 2 months, right? Since January, where we have peaked as well. Okay, and then in 2017, we have seen actually deeper pullback than 30%. Okay, so noting a clear tendency of this pullback getting deeper as the cycles mature. So as the cycle matured, you should expect the pullback to be lesser compared to the last 2 cycles. Why? It's because of institution and of course global adoption coming in from the hedge fund, and of course countries like US are making Bitcoin as a strategic reserve, which would also lower down the volatility and of course the pullback as well. Okay, so suggested that the current 30% drawdown likely corresponds to the middle stage corrections seen in previous bull market rather than signaling the end of the uptrend. Right, I think this is normal. What we want is this final shakeout. Okay, especially for those people who are new, okay, who got no experience. They are here for just short term, paper-handed their position. Come in for short-term gains, and if they're not able to hold, that's where they tend to panic sell. So that's where you will see a transition moving in from the weak hands to those people who are OG in this space. Okay, so that's where you see the transition. And then of course we are looking at what seller exhaustion indicator, RSI. Okay, already at the oversold territory. Okay, I believe it's already at the 30. Yeah, RSI dropped below 30, right, which is this level here. Okay, typically signals a zone of overselling, where sellers get a little bit too enthusiastic. Okay, so when everyone is trying to say that, you know, it could go down some more, we'll continue with 60,000, 70,000, and then those experts are shifting their point of view from bullish to bearish. That's where most likely it is time for a reversal. Most of the time it happens like that. Okay, so yeah, nonetheless, this is normal. Okay, and then of course, what we need to see is that BTC needs to reclaim the lower boundary, which is somewhere around 93.5K. So it needs to get it done as soon as possible, especially with the FOMC meeting coming on later around 2 a.m. Okay, so you can see here, really important for Bitcoin to try and get close as possible to 93.5. So it needs to close above. This level is a key threshold that will confirm buyers have regained control of the market. Okay, so as for now, it's somewhere around 83 84. Okay, so that's the latest news. Then moving on next. Okay, we have Cardano. So as you know that Cardano is also one of the strategic reserve under US, under the Trump's administration. And of course, Cardano is next in line for a spot ETF as well. Then of course, we have people who do not believe in Cardano. And of course, I think most likely they claim that Cardano do not have any utility and there is no sorts of work that's being put on or probably development or activity. Okay, but as far as we can see, Cardano, I think, is working behind the scene. Okay, they are one of the top 10 in terms of research and development. Okay, and of course, in terms of activity and development, they are one of the top, but nobody tends to recognize, okay, especially those influencers. But here we can see what's really happening here is that Cardano tends to outperform top rivals. Okay, so ever since Trump tweeted on the strategic reserve for Cardano, so Cardano went up about $1, not mistaken. Okay, Cardano went up, so it went up to about 102%. That was the time. Okay, and then Cardano has outperformed Bitcoin, Ethereum, BNB over the last 180 days, but many do not see the potential of Cardano. Okay, so it's like a slow grind towards the upside. Okay, patience is much needed if you are a Cardano holder. Okay, so I think we've been holding since 2023 till now. Okay, and I believe you guys have already been in the money for your position, probably about 1 or 2x at the moment. So maybe you might want to take out your capital at least. Okay, so yeah, we can see, right, with the founder, right, Cardano founder, 𝗧𝗶𝗺𝗀𝘀. Okay, I think he's been doing a lot of lobbying with those Trump's administration. Okay, trying to get hold of Donald Trump as well. Okay, to actually speak about Cardano. Okay, but nonetheless, we can see, I think there are a lot of activities that's ongoing on Cardano, ongoing developments. Okay, and of course, the other people who are trying to create a lot of fight for the Cardano ecosystem. Okay, so we can see a lot of network upgrades, strategic partnerships, and growing number of decentralized apps. They are actually building on Cardano itself. Okay, we can see the likes of Alonso upgrade for Cardano. Okay, become an attractive option for developers seeking a scalable, energy efficient blockchain for Ethereum alone. So these are the ongoing projects that Cardano is doing. A lot they are actually building, but many do not recognize. Okay, so all in all, we can see, I believe Cardano will continue to thrive, especially for this year. What's more, with the sentiment coming in from the Trump's administration, with World Liberty Finance getting hold of Cardano as well, I think they have a huge sentiment, okay, in the US. Any coins they made in the US will have a bullish sentiment. Okay, so $1 could be a base, okay, and then maybe it could hit more than $3, right? Target, potential bullish target for Cardano could be 2.95. Okay, so this is, I believe, just conservative price. I think probably towards Q4 could go more than that, probably $5 or $8 for Cardano. Okay, so we haven't seen the effect yet from the Federal Reserve of interest rate cut. Okay, and then of course from shifting to quantitative tightening to quantitative easing, which is QT to QE. So once Federal Reserve have moved to QE, that's where I think markets will continue to rally again. Okay, so that's the thing. Then next, we're going to see here coming in from smart money. So what are they currently doing? What are the bills are doing? And what are those investors are actually planning to do with this crypto? Okay, so these are the things they're actually dumping. 3 crypto they're actually dumping, and they're planning to sell as fast as possible. So number one we are looking at here is what? Mostly are meme coins. Okay, so smart money has been aggressively offloading. Okay, we have Trump, BNKR, and Quiz. These are 3, I think, meme coins, not mistaken. Okay, have faced the heaviest pressure with over 380,000 in net outflow. So this is Trump's coin, official Trump coin. Currently trading somewhere around below $18 for the past 30 days. So it's been down. Okay, I think this is a peak for meme coins as well. So again, I think this could continue to rally again. Most likely once I think Trump will continue to tweet, then Trump coin will continue to rally again. But if we look at this sentiment now, meme coins is actually dying. Retail is not here. Retails have left. So yeah, you need this kind of sentiment for the retails to come back again to pump. And then we have Banker coin. Okay, so it went up about 90% over the last week, positioning itself one of the top performing AI coins. right? Especially on the base network. Okay, so they are actually dumping this coin as well, suggesting that although BNKR is trending, larger investors may be capitalizing on the recent rally to secure profits. Yeah, so probably these are the things that you need to take note. And then this is, I think this is also a meme coin. Okay, to JD Vance, okay, Vice President or Trump's side. Okay, so another meme coin as well. I think this one also they are trying to dispose, right? So all this involves high risk. Okay, so if you are buying one of these, then you might want to take note on what's happening in the market. Okay, because meme coins carry a lot of risk compared to those high utility coins that are in the market, top 10, top 20. Okay, then moving on next, we're going to see here coming in from the FOMC. So FOMC meeting slightly less than 4 hours from now. Okay, so what we can see here, the rate cut probability for today. So there is a 99% chance that they will not cut rate and they will maintain rate somewhere around 4.25 to 4.5 basis point, compared to 1% with a rate cut or probability. Only 1% probability that they will cut, which is lowering down from 4 to 4.25 basis point. So as you can see already, most likely they will maintain. The only big question is coming in from Jerome Powell. Will his tone be hawkish or dovish? So if it's dovish, then it's good for the market. But if it's hawkish tone, then most likely the market will continue to tank again. And that's the thing that the market do not want. So hopefully Jerome Powell can able to have a dovish statement later on, so that the market can able to recover and then continue to at least to have a relief rally. Okay, so at least we got a chance to at least recover back. This is the most important thing. Okay, coming in another less than 4 hours, which is 2 a.m. later on. Okay, 2 a.m. later on. Okay, and then moving on next, we're gonna see here coming in from those on-chain analysis. So we can see here, these are the periods, when to make money, when to sell. Okay, I believe these are more of the historical data, tend to be proven right again. Okay, so if you look at A here, years in which panics have occurred and will occur again. Okay, so we can see, right, 1927 all the way to 2019. Okay, these are all the panics occur. And then if you look at B here, years of good times, high price and the time to sell stocks and values of all kinds. And here we mark here is where 2026, which is next year. Okay, the last one was when 2016, which is 10 years back. Okay, and then 2007. These are the good times to actually sell. So now we are already what? March of 2025. Probably still early, right? Isn't it? Okay, and then here we can see C, years of hard times, low prices, and a good time to buy stock, corner lots, and then, yeah. So yeah, if you look here, C, where is it? 2023. Exactly where we entered, right? Where we accumulate. 2023, I told you guys to buy and DCA. So if you guys who have bought and DCA, coins like Cardano, Solana, Injective, probably you're in the money at the moment. Okay, so yeah, this chart has proven to be remarkably accurate in the past. Okay, it told us to exit the markets in 2007, right before the 2008 crash. Then again, indicating that 2026 will be the year of good times and probably a great time to sell and take profits. So this is a very good indicator, okay, for your reference. Okay, so probably history may not repeat, but it does rhyme somehow. So maybe this could be another extended cycle for this bull run. Okay, then moving on next. So here, this guy called 𝗧𝗺𝗀 is also one of the top expert analysts. Last month he mentioning that he's very bullish, and then it turns out that this week alone, which is yesterday, mentioning that the bull cycle is over. Okay, expecting 6 to 12 months of bearish sideways price action. So this is an indicator mentioning that the bull market is already topped. Okay, so yeah, with every on-chain metric signals a bear market with fresh liquidity drying up. New whales are selling Bitcoin at lower price. Okay, so yeah, I think a lot of people have been mentioning about him and then pointing out his error as well. So yeah, we gotta really watch out what is really happening, and we have to compare both sides. Should we consider this the bear market? Okay, should we consider this at the top? And then again, don't rely on hope. Okay, I hope he is wrong. But what you can do is that you want to de-risk your position. If you're over invested, okay, let's say you invest more than 10 or 20 coins, maybe this is a time for you to de-risk your position. Some coins may not perform, right? If you have been holding, say, 2023, and fast forward till now, coin is down maybe like 70 or 80%, that's where maybe you might want to start to cut it off and to start to de-risk and maybe cut some position and maybe hold around 2 to 5 coins rather than 20 coins. Okay, because we don't know what to expect. Okay, whether the bull run is over or not. So you gotta be really cautious on your portfolio as well, rather than holding all the way blindly and then expecting hope to convince you to in order that the market will recover. So this is the thing. So you have to really proactively to make sure that your portfolio is in a stable position. Okay, and then next, we're gonna see here coming in from the airdrop. Okay, so for those of you who have been checking in on Humanity Protocol, okay, I think they have already announced their tokenomics. Very soon they're going to airdrop. Okay, so the ticker sign is H, 10 billion supply. Okay, community allocation 12%, which is huge. Very good. Community allocation will support user onboarding, airdrops, reward programs to drive member growth. Okay, so if you're still checking in, then that's where you want to check in. Continue to check in until it's official. Because this is just testnet. So where's Young? Are you still doing this or not? Are you still checking in every single day? Belinda, now, you check in or not? Or already MIA? Yeah, so claim daily. Because after all, you have nothing to lose here. Because this is just a testnet. So claim this RWT. So once official snapshot, that's where they allow you to exchange for H, and then you can be able to withdraw whichever. Okay, so this is the pie chart here, token allocation for the community. Then next, we're going to see here, coming in from RIA. So RIA is a derivatives trading platform. Okay, so you've been trading on RIA, okay, last year itself, April. So probably TGE will be happening soon, but it's not official yet. Okay, so you might want to continue to trade on RIA. Okay, leverage trade. Okay, build the volume. Okay, get your volume up, and then hopefully you can able to do a repeat like Hyperliquid. Okay, so trader stickers. Okay, so this is the end game for RIA. Then next, we're going to see here coming in from Mantra. So Mantra yet again delay on the first airdrop. Okay, so supposed to claim yesterday, but they delay with the governance voting. Okay, so I think there are a lot of CBIL that's ongoing. So there's about 26.9 million out of 50 million Mantra tokens is set to burn due to CBIL. So people who are gaming the system or cheating. Okay, so yeah, more than half are being burned. Okay, so yeah, if you are doing on Mantra, if you are farming on Mantra, I think you've been waiting for quite some time. I think about 5 months already. So you have to be patient a bit, and you have to continue to vote on this proposal. So probably after these 2 days, I think hopefully they can be able to drop Mantra token. And then next, okay, so this is the thanks testnet. So I might want to do this. So it's coming in from LOXYZ. Okay, so this is actually a real world asset, RWA, big narrative. Okay, so if we look at the page here, what's their utility here? Bringing private markets on chain. Okay, that is what they are doing. So if you look at the website here, okay, simplifying on-chain interactions is at core what we do. Okay, so it's the leading RWA ecosystem. Okay, so as you know that RWA, they have over 2.2 billion TVL. Okay, for RWA project alone, very huge. Okay, even BlackRock also have mentioned that this time there will be tokenization. Everything will be tokenized. Stocks, bonds, properties will be tokenized. Okay, so yeah, I think they have a huge funding as well. Very big funding. So if you look here, to ranking drop. Okay, go to LO. So this one you might want to put into your schedule for those of you who are doing. So LO RWA, look at that. How much? 102. 102.75 million. Okay, 102, 102. So tier 1 VC is who? DZ Labs from Binance. Huge. Then we have NGC Ventures, Morningstar Ventures, Gate.io. Okay, so DZ Labs is from Binance. Very huge. Very good. VC as well. So they know what they're up to, they know what they're investing. And then I believe you guys should actually spend some time to do this. Currently, right now, it's only 𝗧𝗶𝗺𝗀𝘀. Okay, so probably young that want to do, right? And then the best Belinda, better do. Okay, so you better do. Okay, don't complain this and that. Why I never get the airdrop? When snapshot. Okay, so people like Scott, so you better start doing and interact until it's official. Okay, interact until it's official. Don't say when is the snapshot. Don't say when are they going to drop. Okay, you don't have to ask until you officially done it, until they officially send a post saying that we have already snapshot. That's where you get to rest. Correct. Okay, and then there's another one as well. A lot. Okay, a lot of homework. Okay, and then Young also have to do. Look, all here. Hello, 𝗀𝘀 and Boo NFT mint guide. Okay, free to participate. So the only thing that you're going to lose is your time. That's all. After all, it's free. So better start doing. Okay, there are a lot of quests here. 7 quests total. Okay, and then these are all the answers given. Okay, got tutorials given for you as well, all ready. Okay, all right, so 100 million funding. Okay, you need to get your 𝗀𝘀 passport as well, or Web3 score, humanity score. Your humanity score need to be 1, level 1, right, in order to do that. Okay, and then you just need to follow on Discord, follow on Twitter and Telegram, and then just mark it. And then you claim your points, that's all. So this is what you need to do now for Allo. Okay, very simple tasks, mostly are social tasks. Then moving on next, okay, coming in from the coin market cap. So currently we are around 2.7 trillion, 2.77, BTC at 84.2. And finally, Ethereum is above 2,000. Finally, before the FOMC. So it's up about 7.76 cent. Look at Ripple now, 2.5. I think it's about rally. Solana 132 coming back up again. We have Cardano at 74 cents. So any gainers for this week? Hyperliquid is back up at 15.22. We have EOS, we have Lido down. Okay, so most of it are just recovering back. Okay, then moving on next to the technical side. If you have any question, feel free to put in the chat box. I'll answer it shortly. Okay, so on the dominance, see what's happening here. On the money time frame, okay, this is the level where we want to break, which is 60.17, because this is the current support now. So far, what we can see, last month closing inside top BB. This current month is still retesting the top BB and still getting rejected. So hopefully for dominance, you can able to reject and then continue to retest here, 60.17, and then continue to hit lower, which is the middle band at 55.64. Then you look at weekly now, what's happening here? Extreme sell, double extreme sell. You see here? You notice here? So this could be another huge pullback here for the dominance. I think this is a time most likely alts will tend to perform now. I think it's about time. I can see that the dominance is heading lower. Might want to see this level to be taken out, 95.35. But first will be here, 60.17, and then it will lead back here, and then all the way back to 55.75. So dominance could be a high chance of a break towards the downside. As you can see, double top here. Very, very nice. Double top. So very good chance. And then if you look at Ethereum against Bitcoin, now you can see the reversal is happening now. Ethereum is outperforming against Bitcoin. So overall, we can see on the money time frame is actually downtrend. Okay, so we can see this is the critical support that it needs to maintain. So far, it's still hovering below. Okay, still downtrend on Monday. Look on to weekly. So what is weekly doing? Weekly also still downtrend. Okay, this current weekly candlestick still creating a reversal or bullish candle for the short term. So my take here, most likely it might come back to retest back on the sell zone again, 0.02715. Okay, so when I come back up for the mid short term, then look at daily now. If you squeeze on daily, so short term buy to sell. So you might come back and test back maybe here and then continue back again towards the downside. That could be one scenario there. So far on the smaller time frame, Ethereum is outperforming. Then we look on next to BTC now. So what's BTC doing and what to expect later on for FOMC? Okay, so if you look here on monthly time frame, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows. It's a similar pattern compared to the last cycle here or last year's pattern. Okay, short-term pump and then dump consolidation. So it needs to maintain this level as support for this month. 84, right? 84K. So if not, it might continue to go lower to retest on 31.3. That is the monthly time frame. But on weekly, you can see BB squeeze. On weekly, Monday, there could be a buy to sell. So there could be a buy to sell situation coming in from BTC. So most likely, maybe FOMC, it might continue to rally here, 92.3 or the middle band here at 94K. And then we see whether or not can be able to hold later on. Very, very important. The holding period. If we can able to hold, then it'll be a very good news for this week for BTC. Daily time frame also you can see is like trying to break past the middle band. Okay, so hopefully you can able to break above. This level here, 85.1. Okay, for daily time frame. H4 we can see already is about to break towards the upside. So this is the current resistance now at 84.5. Okay, so this is the level to watch for BTC. If we look at Ethereum now, okay, we can see ETH now is breaking towards the upside. Probably overall this is just short term. So if you look here, M pattern is formed. It's a double top situation. Okay, so next resistance you might want to see is somewhere here, right? This level at 2.2K, 2.2, and then leading up all the way back here, 2.5. Okay, 2.5K. Look at weekly now. So weekly again is still downtrend. Momentum sell. Every momentum sell is always a pullback. So this pullback might come back here to retest at 2486. So around 2486 or 2.5. Okay, for the immediate short term. So there could be a relief rally, a dead cat bounce. And then maybe you see another pullback again. That could be one scenario. Then daily. Okay, daily it could be bottoming out from here. Price are bottoming out on the daily time frame. So now it needs to break above the band at 2069. Okay, for Ethereum. So overall short term is bullish. Let's see on the FOMC whether can it able to rally to retest back here. Then we see whether can it able to hold. That's the most important thing. Okay, so what's next? Let's look into altcoins. So let's look at Mantra. So we can see here Mantra. Oh, this is Sui. Sorry. Okay, look at Mantra. Overall, we can see monthly itself creating a reversal candle. Throughout all these months, there is only bull candle. You can see how strong is Mantra. Okay, especially in the RWA sector. The only last reversal or red candle was on August last year itself. After that, all the way up, all the way green. Okay, so it went to a high of 9.11. So it's like 6.82, still holding very solid for Mantra alone. Okay, so look at weekly. Momentum, pullback, higher highs, higher lows. So it's still considered bullish, right? So now this act as a support for Mantra. And then of course your middle band also will be playing out here at 4.96. Look at the daily time frame. What we can see on daily now. Daily broke above the middle band, which is candlestick change of direction from sell to buy. So one more last pullback, maybe to retest back here for another support at 6.52 before we see another leg up again. Maybe to retest on the top, maybe here at 7.7. So that's how solid it is for Mantra. Very solid project. Okay, and then move on next with Sui. What's happening now with Sui? I think Sui is also coming back up. So we can see Sui now. High highs, high lows, high highs, high lows. Very, very similar also, like all these patterns. So it was down on April, May, June, July. 3, 4, and then the 5th month finally go up. So this is like how many months already? 1, 2, 3. 3 months consolidation, 3 months down. Okay, so yeah, overall we can see for Sui, very nice pattern, still uptrend on Monday. Look at the weekly now. So the weekly pattern, we can see high highs, high lows, and now it's breaking below the middle band. So short-term recovery maybe to retest back on the sell zone at 3.02 for Sui. Okay, so 3.02 will be a short-term pullback. Then we see whether or not can it able to continue higher. This is the middle band here, 3.62. Okay, this is the level here, 3.62. For Sui. Okay, Then we're going to see here for daily momentum sell, pullback for the entry sell, still downtrend on swing for daily. So yeah, it needs to break past the middle band. This will be around 2.46. Okay, 2.46. And then Solana. Solana is not performing lately. Okay, then also it have already broken past the upper trend line. Okay, so we can see here, right? The upper trend line is this. So it have already broke. Okay, already broke the upper trend line. So, and then of course the critical support also have been broken. Okay. Start here. So let's see whether or not can it able to confirm and break above the middle band and maintain this level as support. Okay, and then continue to challenge again this resistance zone at 171. Look at weekly now. So weekly is doing what? Momentum sell. So now it's having a reversal candle, most likely to retest back on this sell zone here. So it might give the market some relief at 163 to retest for Solana. Okay, so far we can see on daily itself still dump consolidation. And then this is the middle band that it needs to break, 136. Okay. So far it is like trying to break towards the upside for Solana. So I think these are all preparation for the FOMC. So let's see whether or not can it able to play out accordingly. Right? So any altcoins that you want to look at. So as you know that World Liberty Finance have added a lot, especially like AVAX. AVAX also they added. Okay, so Avalanche, I think already at this floor price base, 15.28. Very similar like Ethereum, M pattern. Lower high compared to the previous high. I think probably short term, it might give some relief at the middle band, 28.74. And then maybe to come back again at 42.01, right? $42. Then on weekly, what is weekly doing? So weekly is doing what? Candlestick change of direction from buy to sell. Short term, maybe it might come back to retest back here on 23.44 or 23.3, or coming back to the middle band here at 33.21. Okay, that's for AVAX. So far, AVAX, I think you could see a huge relief rally here. Okay, it's trying to break past the middle band as well for AVAX. Okay, so it's like most likely a relief rally might happen for this week. Okay, so you want to pay attention and start to de-risk if you want. Then XLM, let's see. 𝗧𝗶𝗺𝗀𝘀, old coin. Last two cycle, isn't it? 2017. Okay, 2017. Okay, so wow, the repeated pattern you can see. Pump, dump, consolidation, pump on 2021 again, very similar. Dump again. Came back to the last lows again. This was last year, September was a base. And then now we are back up. So it was 0.09. So up about almost 6x from the bottom. And then now it's like dump, consolidation. So probably this could be another rally again from here for 𝗧𝗶𝗺𝗀𝘀. Let's see. So the middle band would be a base support at 18 cents. Okay, and then your resistance, right, it needs to break is this level here, 41 cents. Weekly, we can see also BB squeeze, pump, consolidation, BB squeeze on weekly. Monday, there could be a buy to sell. So there could be a high chance of a relief rally as well for XLM. What you can see now is breaking above the middle band on daily time frame.